This morning in the Buzz, the All-In Challenge.
I fly to the winner's home and I sing them One Less Lonely Girl.
I accept the All-In Challenge. That's right. I accept it. I'm creating the next big movie star. You're going to be the next Denzel or the next Kerry Washington.
Someone who donates at least $25 will get the chance to be my co-host for a show.
That's it. Okay, so all of those experiences you can enter to win. It's part of the All-In Challenge to raise money for food for those in need during this pandemic.
And lots of stars, of course, as you can see, are getting involved. Other opportunities include, as Ellen said, co-hosting the Ellen DeGeneres Show, golfing with Justin Timberlake and Bill Murray.
That would actually be fun.
That's great. Playing the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, not the actual NBA All-Star
Game. Got it, okay.
So we want to know, what would be your ultimate fan experience? What celebrity would you like to meet? And I've got a list of them. I would love to sit and talk with James Hetfield of Metallica, Bruce Springsteen. I'd love to play guitar with him, or guitar with James Hetfield, and to shoot hoops with Michael Jordan. That's it. Or maybe a lunch with Larry David. Those are my favorite people.
Those would be good.
If I could meet any of them, I'd be fine.
Those would be good. When they were, look, I love the James Bond movies and everything else. I would love to have gone to the set of when they were shooting those. That would have been fun. When Star Wars was doing that, I would have loved to have gone to that. Paul McCartney, to be with him. I mean, maybe go to Abbey Road Studios and be there with him while he's recording something.
And then you could try out the Abbey Road show.
Yes, I could try out the Abbey Road show.
And then he would abruptly cut the meeting short.
And it would be done. But these are the things, sure.
Oh,
absolutely.
You think about the people that have inspired us. Like, we love Howard Stern. And
I would sit in with that.
He would hate it, though.
Oh,
can you believe this, Robin?
Right. I would love to do that.
The people that and I got to meet Letterman when I was an intern on the show, so that's one that I got to do. But the people that inspired me, that made me want to do what I do creatively, professionally, would love to talk to them.
I would like to see how some of these like even like the late night shows, all of them, how they're getting put together. You know, whether it's Kimmel or Conan, Colbert, one of those guys. Absolutely, I'd love to sit in.
Yeah, it's just, you and I we love this stuff.
I love this stuff.
Even before everything happened here. BC, before Corona.
Right.
We went up to Boston for WWE. We went behind the scenes. We saw them putting the production together. We're geeks like that, so anything that gets us that access, we both love.
Right, yeah, any of those things. I mean, and I think it's really very cool that a lot of these folks are able to do this at this time, and to raise money. It's the way that, you know, that they feel like they're accomplishing something.
Yeah, and we need something.
I think everybody feels so helpless, right?
For sure, and we need something to look forward to. Even before all this hit, you know, if you had a vacation to look forward to. Now we don't have anything. Sadly, I mean, there are still little things where you FaceTime with your friends, watch a movie on whatever, watch a TV show. But this gives us something beyond all of this, I hope, to look forward to.
I mean, even you know, at the top of the show, we were talking about Tom Brady and how he's offering, you know, all of the items that he's offering. I mean, if you had the money, I think it's incredibly cool to be able to do it. And if you have the means to be able to do it, you know the money's going to a great cause to help feed people who are in such need right now.
If you have the means, I highly recommend.
Yes, I highly recommend
picking one up. Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
There you go. Well,
that's right.
All of our favorite things, people we'd love to meet, things we'd love to do. Here's what our social media friends have to say when it comes to challenges and celebs they'd like to meet. Holly is up first, sharing, I would love to do a cooking segment on your show.
All right.
And meet you all.
What you cooking?
But check this out. I am a Rhode Islander living in Istanbul.
Yes.
Well, once this is over, you never know. I would cook a yummy Turkish dish.
Sounds delicious. She comments a lot on there. Jeannie is up next. I would love to have lunch with Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. That would be really fun.
Walk this way, right over to the table, Gene.
Right. I don't know why. I just like his craziness, I guess. Excellent. That's a great one.
That would be a great combo, the two of them.
Yeah.
Christine closes things out with Tom Brady. I'd ask him why.
$30 million. That's why.
Will just took care of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Follow us on social media at The Rhode Show. We're live every morning on Facebook around 7:45. Michaela took care of that today. She's also live tweeting right now. Leave your comments on The Buzz, and we may read yours right here on the show.